Good afternoon, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I feel most honored to welcome you to this very important meeting. My name is Betty Nyonje. I am a research scientist with the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute. But currently, I also serve as a technical advisor on the high-level panel for a sustainable ocean economy in the Executive Office of the President. I was privileged to study at the Artemia Reference Center in the University of Ghent, where I got my MSc in aquaculture. And that's how I became part of this Artemia community. In today's meeting, we will discuss the history of Artemia activities in Africa, which has been organized by the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium. And it's being hosted, the meeting is being hosted by the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute. Artemia remains an important live feed for aquaculture production globally. And as we all know, the demand has outstripped its supply, with Asia being the largest producer and consumer, while Africa lags behind. This meeting therefore provides a platform to raise some of the issues why Africa is lagging behind. Now, our program is quite packed. We have 12 speakers. So we'll have contributions from Kenya, Tunisia, Morocco, Libya, Egypt, Uganda, Tanzania, Mozambique, South Africa, Eritrea, Madagascar, and Botswana. And then we'll have a section for Q&A. Now, to set us off, I would like to introduce the Center Director for Mombasa for the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, Dr. Eric Okuku. Dr. Eric Okuku is a bioscience engineer. He studied in the University of Leuven, and currently his area of interest is biochemistry, ecotoxicology, ocean acidification, and biotoxins and marine litter. He's also a consultant for IMO, FAO, and Norway. Dr. Okuku will give the welcome remarks for this webinar and declare it open. Welcome, Dr. Eric Okuku.
Thank you, Dr. Nyonje. The president of International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium, Professor Patrick Sorgeloos, invited speakers, participants, event organizers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, may I convey the apologies of my Director General, Professor Njiro, who was to officially open this webinar. He got some engagement at the ministry and he had to travel to Nairobi, but I hope I'll be holding properly brief for him. On behalf of Kenya Marine, I wish to welcome you all to this important webinar on the history of Artemia activities in Africa, with the theme exploring Artemia production and utilization opportunities in Africa for improved livelihood. KMFRI, which is the host for this webinar, is a government parastatal whose mandate is to undertake research in marine and freshwater fisheries, aquaculture, environmental and ecological studies, and marine research, including chemical and physical oceanography, in order to provide scientific data and information for sustainable development of blue economy. Aquaculture, under which Artemia research falls, is expected to play a very significant role in complementing the capture fisheries, which is currently on the decline in Africa. In Kenya, the sector, aquaculture sector plays a very significant role in achieving the country's Big Four agenda, particularly food and nutrition security. However, despite the important role that this sector plays in the Kenyan economy, it is still facing a number of challenges, including fish larval rearing stage due to inadequate supply of affordable live feed. Artemia is widely used in aquaculture industry and has the ability to thrive in Africa. However, its production has lagged behind in Africa compared to the Asian continent, despite the fact that they were introduced in these continents at the same time. They are very hard questions that we need to ask ourselves as African scientists. Where are we getting it wrong that the Asians are getting it right? And now that we are giving commitments, we know of a number of countries that are coming up with marine hatcheries, including Kenya, that require Artemia in the early stages of fish development. So we expect that at the end of this webinar, then we'll be having solutions to unlock this potential that we have that is still sleeping in Africa. Finally, I wish to extend our sincere gratitude to Artemia, International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium for offering KMFRI the opportunity to host this webinar, and to all the organizers for your efforts. KMFRI, as usual, assures you of our continued support as you go on with Artemia research. Open, and I wish you fruitful deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eric Okuku, for your welcome remarks. And at this point, I would like to invite Professor Patrick Sorgeloos to give us the highlights and the aim of this webinar on Artemia in Africa workshop. Professor Patrick Sorgeloos is a marine biologist, and he was for many years a professor in Ghent University, where I also worked. I was lucky to be guided by him, and now he's a retired professor, but he continues to nurture us and guide us. So I give it to Professor Sorgeloos to give us the highlights of this webinar.
Thank you, Betty, and hello, everybody. A pleasure to have that opportunity through the initiative of KMFRI to organize this workshop specifically on Africa in the context of the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium. And maybe as a very brief introduction, a bit on the origin of the new consortium. It all started, as you see in the picture, a meeting, one of the last international meetings we could attend before the COVID hit us all. That was in November 2019, when a few of us were making plans or were considering the possibility to look into some new initiative with regard to Artemia. This was taken up with the FAO Secretariat in Rome, and they considered it indeed a good opportunity so many years after the first initiative taken by FAO in 1976 with the Kyoto Conference, and then later with the setup of the Artemia Reference Center, to review where do we stand with Artemia and what might be the opportunities, but also what might be the challenges for the future. So we were very pleased to see that trying to contact colleagues and friends in the public sector, in the private sector, and as you see here, we have a growing network of partners in, at this moment, what is still a provisional International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium. And as you see in the title there, the idea is to see how can we consolidate and maybe expand even the use, but particularly a sustainable use of Artemia in aquaculture. This culminated last year in a very important Artemia workshop organized at the occasion of the Global Conference on Aquaculture in Shanghai. I will not go through all the specific recommendations, but quite a number of the recommendations that were concluded at that workshop also are of importance for Africa. More details you can find on the website of the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium. And as you see there in the title, a number of workshops have been organized in the framework of this new consortium. In the chat box, I will let you know what the address is, the link is for this website. And we hope that the workshop of today will be an important contribution in the future developments of this new initiative. Thank you.